Are you an expert witness for Chatham County, for all North Carolina, or?
I have been hired as a federal bankruptcy expert witness for Greensboro.
Okay.
That was intimidating. Federal court is much different than state court. So it's because of that designation that I have, the accredited land consultant. There's like 350, 400 across the country. It is one of the most difficult designations to get as far as real estate is concerned. And through some of your work and just because I actually have the phrase expert witness in my website, I get lots of calls from attorneys. Not only am I doing testimony in court or depositions prior to court, but many times this year alone, I've been hired as a person to help with a divorce. There's something called a petition for partition, where we have a family that inherits land, and so you'll have 4 family members inherit 100 acres, and you would just assume that that would be 25 acres each. But as we discussed earlier, all acres aren't the same. Like we said, an ounce of gold is not an ounce of gold when it comes to land. So, you know, on 100 acres, there'll be a section that has road frontage. That's going to be worth more. There could be a section that has better soils for perking and septic. That's going to be worth more. There could be lowland swamp area. And that's going to be worth less. And so it's very difficult to figure out how we're going to cut those 4 acres up equally amongst 4 heirs. Usually the best thing to do is sell the entire 100 acres, and it's a lot easier to divvy up money than it is land.
What else does an expert witness do?
Well, it's just to give the judge or the jury some information that's outside the norm. You know, most people would think that all acres are created equal and they're all worth the same. Also, it's just the experience of the market, what's happening with prices and values, whether or not they're going up and down. It's just, you know, it's just our area. The reason why I do it, I mean, they do pay us, and it's a decent hourly wage to be paid. And when I did the federal bankruptcy court, I actually they had my testimony. My testimony was read, but I was never called upon to stand. But for 3 days, I had to be there, and I was paid, you know, to be there all 3 days or whatever. But really, one of the reasons why I do it is because there will be other expert witnesses there. I'll learn about the process. I learn from other experts in the field, and I just think it helps better serve my clientele.